welcome back into Against the Suits, the gambling arm of the Hard Count under the On3 YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. When you hear those sweet keys playing, you know what that means? There's money to be made because we're shooting right around 60% on the year 22 and 14 if you want the exact numbers. As always, 5 picks. Got an extra work pick at the end of this thing for the At Your Own Risk. As always, presented by BetMGM. Fade or follow. Let's get right to it, though. To start out, man, we've done a lot of unders this year. I don't apologize for that. People say life's too short to not bet the over. No, life's too short to be broke. How about that? But with that in mind, we're taking an over in the first half. Ohio State at Illinois. Now, Illinois hadn't been great this year defensively. A big reason why I like Ohio State to score some points in the first half. But you're looking at Illinois and saying, JJ, they're going to do their part offensively. Here's my feel. Whenever you're hosting the party, you put on the best fit. Got the best hors d'oeuvres. Got the best music playing at the start of this thing. Now, what happens after that first hour and a half, 2 hours, you're not responsible for. However, Illinois, scripted drive, get us some points, make it 7, make it 3. I don't care. Do your part. Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith probably licking his chops watching that USC game. Carnell Tate is probably thinking horrific thoughts about what he's going to do to the Illinois secondary. Julian Sayin cutting it loose. Over 24.5 first half total. Lock it in for Ohio State, Illinois. Lel Nooner to get your day started. And hopefully on the right side of things with this card. Now, I have a very long story I could tell you, but I'm not going to right now. But it has to do with a triple dipper and a Chili's in the Miami airport for myself and Caden Smith. We're going to go ahead and leave one of those dips out. We'll go double dip, though, on this game for Ohio State, Illinois. Looking at that spread, 14.5, huh? Favoring the Buckeyes. Now, you look at that, get a little bit of a spooky feeling to it, kind of a weird vibey feeling to it. Hey, top 20 team at the crib, favored by over 2 touchdowns. That line started at 16.5. So people are saying, give me Illinois. Give me Illinois. Take Illinois. Take Illinois all you want. I'll take Ohio State minus 14.5. Have seen nothing inspiring from that Illinois defense. It could be a little bit backdoorish here, but regardless, Ohio State covering 14.5. So we like 2 plays in that game. The first half over and Ohio State covering the 14.5. Just keep on betting that thing down if you want to, and we will reap the rewards of it come Saturday afternoon. Next up, Tennessee, Arkansas. You know how I feel about the points per minute stat on this show. It's a lot of points in a lot of minutes. 34.5, the total in the first half for this game. Give me the under. I don't think a point a minute, more than a point a minute, is going to be scored in the first half of this game. Now, I think Tennessee should and likely will do their part offensively. But Arkansas, I don't know if they're going to be able to generate enough horsepower here early in that game. Head coach is fired. I don't know where they're at. Bobby Petrino probably has something cooked up. But 34.5 in the first half in Neyland, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Vols defense also a full bye week to get right. So you're hoping they're looking a little bit more 2024-ish, 2025-ish. Neither here nor there, as we say on this show, but I'll take the under 34.5 for the first half of Tennessee, Arkansas, and feel great about doing so. Now, Indiana is at Oregon. That total set at 55.5. And I get it, dude. Dante Moore slinging the pill like a shady pharmacist. Fernando Mendoza, Mr. 98 yards with my boys. Both offenses have been sensational this year. There's no denying that. But am I taking crazy pills? Both these defenses are phenomenal as well. I've mentioned the line of scrimmage stats around Indiana like as many times as we've had a show this week. Oregon's defense, I saw them go out in a whiteout and look great against Penn State, make all the Penn State jokes you want about UCLA. That was a good showing from that group. 55.5 is too much. Go ahead and take the under for the game. We do a lot of situational unders. Take the whole game under here. Indiana at Oregon. Could see both these defenses having a strong showing. Both quarterbacks, new spots. I mean, Fernando Mendoza just got there this year to Indiana. Dante Moore played some college football, but still a first-year starter in that system. I'm just saying that number feels too rich for my blood. Give me the under 55.5. Now, if you've watched this segment, one, like I said, you're making money if you're following us here. 22 and 14 on the year. You're making money. But our favorite play throughout the entirety of the season, our best play, a play we haven't lost on at this point in the year, is a first quarter under. And if you watched our prediction show, I think Missouri beats Bama. So you want to sprinkle money line on there, go ahead and do that. But the total for the first quarter in Missouri-Bama is 10.5 points. Now, Bama, they might get theirs, 110% true. They might have a scripted drive, first drive, touchdown drive. Great, good for them, Ty Simpson and co. But 10.5 means that they are going to have to get more than a touchdown and a field goal, just by obvious logic there, barring a 2-point conversion attempt. Missouri is number 1 in America when it comes to time of possession. There's a world that exists where Missouri gets the football to start the game and doesn't give it back to Bama until like 4 or 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Now, Bama may still score on that drive, but are they going to do it in the first quarter? All I'm saying is 10.5. We're going back to the well. First quarter under. I'm going to keep a good thing, stay undefeated on the first quarter unders. Under 10.5 in the first quarter from Mizzou, Bama. Go ahead and lock that one in. Now, those are your 5 picks. Here's the extra work. That at your own risk. Got the Heartland Trophy being played for with Iowa going to Wisconsin. Wisconsin homecoming. All right, so you would hope the vibes are better than they have been over the course of the last few weeks in Madison. Iowa is favored by 3.5 on the road. Y'all, I don't like Wisconsin in this spot. I don't. Iowa is 3-1-1 against the spread. Wisconsin has won twice against the spread this year. Where's Wisconsin at emotionally? They've lost their last 3. Seems to be like the juice is fading a little bit out there. They pretty much waved the white flag in the fourth quarter where things should have got interesting against Michigan. They just said, no, we're good. We don't want to really do this anymore. Is that where the team's at? Because that's where it seemed like Luke Fickell was at the end of that game against Michigan. So for those reasons, I like Iowa, -3, at your own risk. Go ahead and take the Hawkeyes to cover on the road against Wisconsin. So to recap it here, first half over and Ohio State with the points in Ohio State, Illinois. First half under in Tennessee, Arkansas. Indiana at Oregon. It's a big number, man. Go ahead and take the under for the total. Missouri, Alabama, a good thing. Stays a good thing to us in the first quarter, under 10.5. And then the Heartland Trophy, we like having some money on that. Iowa -3 at Camp Randall. Go ahead and lock that one in for your extra work, your biceps after your leg day. Cato, we've had a lot of fun so far this year. We're just getting rolling. We're just at the halfway point here. What are you liking? What are you fading? What are you following? Talk us off a ledge on some of these and maybe push us off a ledge on some other directions.
Well, I'll tell you, you've been pushing the suits off of ledges the last couple weeks. I mean, another 4-2 week. I know Halloween's coming up. I know when the suits hear that jazzy theme music in the beginning of this segment, it sounds like Michael Myers music to them when you're coming on Friday. So congrats to you and your recent success. Interesting slate of ball. We were talking before about the slate being so good. Do we feel better? Do we feel worse about putting some good hard cash, earned cash, I would say, on this slate? It's a 50-50 split bag for me as far as fades and follows. Ohio State at Illinois, the first one you have. The over 24.5 first half. I think Ohio State's defense is the best unit in the country. I don't see Illinois scoring much in the first half. And I don't know if Ohio State, up until recently when they had 21 in the first half against Minnesota, get out to really strong starts in a lot of games, especially against Power 5 teams. So it's a fade there. I think Illinois is a lot better than Minnesota was, and Ohio State only scored 21 in that first half, and I don't think Illinois is going to do much. So that's just more strongly about how I feel about Ohio State in this game. But on the same token, when you're double dipping, it's a strong follow for me as far as Ohio State covering that 14.5. I don't think Illinois is going to score a lot, and I think Ohio State's going to score above 14.5 points. It's just very, very simple. There are no cute stats about that one. I
love it.
Feel strongly about Ohio State covering this week. Back to the fade market, though. Arkansas versus Tennessee first half under 34.5. I do get that that's a lot of points. Like, that is a ton of points. I think the reason why it's a ton of points, and if there were two teams capable of hitting the over here, it's these two teams. Even when Tennessee was healthy, they were giving up a ton of points. These are the two worst scoring defenses in the entire SEC. 30 points a game for Arkansas. Right behind them, Tennessee at 29 a game. I think Tennessee is going to take care of their end of the bargain here, and I don't think Arkansas with Bobby Petrino, maybe some more time in the lab. I don't think Tennessee's shown that they can really stop anyone either. So I don't feel great about how big that number is. I feel great about the two teams being probably two of the only two teams in the country that are uniquely qualified to do this. So a small fade there. Right back on the follow train, though. 55.5 for the entire Indiana-Oregon game is way too much. I know both of these quarterbacks are really good, and they have really good efficiency numbers and haven't thrown but one interception each. Both of these defenses, though, are the real deal, though. I don't think this game's going to be as high-scoring as some people might think. It's some high-scoring, high-powered offenses, it's what we saw, kind of the dogfight that was the last Penn State versus Oregon game we saw, and I don't think it's going to be like an Indiana offensive onslaught like Illinois. So we'll follow you there as well. I know this bet has been so good to you. This first half under, but again, like this first quarter under rather, at 10.5 for Bama and Mizzou. Again, if any team was possible, like if it was any team that was capable of doing this, it would be these two. These offenses are both just really good, and I could see it getting on and popping, and both of them scoring touchdowns in the first quarter. So for that reason alone, to fade there as well, I just think getting to 14, we might blink, and it's 14 points in this game.
It's possible,
but
yeah.
My favorite. This is probably, I think, your least risky at your own risk that you've had. Wisconsin's terrible. Like, just saying the quiet part loud.
Yeah,
like,
it's been bad, yeah.
They're bad. Do you know what the score of this game was last year?
No. What?
42-10, Iowa.
Yeah.
People forget Wisconsin lost
good.
their last 5 straight games. They haven't won a Big Ten game since like this time last year. Wisconsin's not very good. I think Iowa's even better than last year. They're scrappy. We saw how closely they played Indiana. How much better do we think? What would the Indiana-Wisconsin spread be? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be a double-digit spread, and Iowa just lost to Indiana by 5 points. Like, why is this -3? Like, I don't care if it's homecoming. I don't care if jump around's playing before the fourth quarter. I think the Badgers will be jumping to their cars pretty early in this game, like when things are all said and done. So that's a strong follow. I don't think that's risky at all. That's probably my favorite on this board. So kudos to you. It's a 50-50 split for me, but I think it's that kind of week. Like, I don't think there's that many picks on anyone's ledger that they're saying with their chest out this week, just because there's so many good games across the country. So you know better than me lately. You're 4-2 the last couple weeks. We'll see how the fades and follows works. But overall, I think I could see the suits once again being at your will.
Trying to put them on the couch, man. Trying to get them in the therapy office, just talking about their feelings and what's going wrong at home. But you and I talked before we got on the air here. There was a couple of games where, like, so we're just definitely not touching Georgia Auburn, right?
No.
Like, we're just definitely not even looking at A&M.
The SEC these days, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
All over the place. I know Oklahoma, Texas, that line's kind of moved a little bit over the course of the week. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I mean, it's just there's a bunch of games. I mean, even USC, Michigan to me feels a little bit greasy. So not that we haven't been known to take a dive into the grease vats every now and then, but just I don't like the way that some of these games shape up. So it's tough sledding, but you know what? We got to find it in the margins. So one way or another, we're going to make sure we do our part to put these suits back where they belong, which is, again, at our bidding, Cato. Cato, great stuff as always, brother.
Appreciate
always
you,
great
man.
Stuff. Always great stuff. And appreciate y'all being locked in, man. Again, as always, bet with BetMGM. That's how we're playing this weekend. Hope it's how you're playing this weekend. Go ahead and use code HARDCOUNT. Get yourself a little insurance if you were to make a bet and it does not hit. I believe there is some coverage there for you from the good folks at BetMGM. But again, use code HARDCOUNT when you sign up. Get locked in, man. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jody Pickell. If you miss some of these picks that I'm telling you right now over the course of this entire video, we got the whole card posted. Instagram, Twitter, at JD Pickell. All right, fade or follow. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Time ourselves an absolute week. We'll keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.